I really think I just saved us 25 to 50K in a weekend. So on my screen right now is something that represents a test procedure. Um, in our industry, we have things like this that we use every day, where we're tracking the temperature, the pressure, the mass, you know, the voltage, the current, and we're tracking who did what. So this is a very simple looking thing, right? But you can imagine um, the time it takes to fill something like this out, right? So you got to print it out. You got to fill in the little part number, the serial number. You got to, and it's all done by hand. Every little pen stroke is an opportunity to make a mistake and then have to deal with it because our paperwork has to be clean before we can buy off hardware. So every little pen stroke is an opportunity for a go back and a re-review. And so this is how we do things. This is how we always have done things. Wouldn't you rather, have something where you enter the part number once, you have the work order once, you're going through, you're looking at the temperature and it's checking to see, are you in tolerance or not? Oh, you are, right? It's smart. Right, of course we can do this. You can hire a web developer to build something like this. You can have your buy-offs. Right, no big deal. But the challenge is getting to something like this. So how do you create something like this when we already have, documents, these pages and pages and volumes of these documents. How do you switch gears? How do you switch into the modern? Right? That's one of the challenges with digital transformation projects is not the great technology that's out there, um, but how do you weave into the existing infrastructure, the existing processes, and help a team come into the future. So I built something this weekend. And I think I'm forever a believer in this AI coding because of it. So that's what this does. So if I go back to the home, I have this convert button. So let me refresh this. So I can choose an existing PDF and I can hit convert. And what's happening in the background is there's an LLM, an AI that is reviewing the PDF and it is converting it into something called JSON, which a database understands. But it breaks down all the text, all of the field types, whether it's temperature, pressure, or mass. Um, and then if there's a requirement, right, it needs to be higher than this, lower than this, asymmetric tolerances, right? All of those things, pass-fail criteria, does the QA need to sign off on it? And it automatically interprets that from the PDF and then creates what I just showed you. This is a preview where you're allowed to kind of interrogate so 2.1.1. So here it is. It wants ambient temperature. It has a little text, just like the test procedure has. Here's the temperature 65 to 85. 65 has to be numeric. This is the field type, 70 plus or minus 5. That's the second requirement, right? Relative humidity. Boom. All the here's the tech buy off, QA buy off. It automatically recognized all of that and it automatically built this digital test procedure. And I didn't author any of this. I just pointed it to the PDF and it figured it out. It's not going to be perfect, right? And so that's why we have um, the ability to come in here and adjust if you see something that didn't come out right. But this gets you 90-95% of the way there. You saw how long that took. I could do hundreds of PDFs and convert them into usable work instructions. I hit publish and here it is. It's a draft, right? And then I'm going to preview it, and I'll put a part number, and I'll put one of these, and I'm here, and I get to check to see. So this wants 20. Let's if I put 29, it's within the range, right? If it's 220, it's outside of the range. It automatically is checking. There's so much less that a quality inspector has to check because the procedure won't let you go forward without it. Things have changed. The game's completely changed. If you dream something, if you need something, you can build it. I'm not a coder. I don't know how to program, and so I did the math. The 30 products that we're testing this year, um, assuming 5 pages per test, which is low, um, and assuming 4 tests, because we have these 4 tests that we do, and then some of them have to go through that cycle of tests once, 3 times, twice. So I added it up. So it's about 1,500 pages. So even if we had 10 minutes per page, which again is generous because of all the go backs, of all the sitting in queue, waiting for this, waiting for that, the print, the fill out, the scan. Oh, I missed the scan page. I gotta go scan it again. Oh, QA didn't like this, so I need to reprint the page, refill it out, scan it again. Checks upon checks upon checks. 10 minutes is generous. $100 an hour or so, and that turns into 25K, right? Very generous, very low estimate there. And that's just one lab, and that's just really one year, right? We have many labs. The industry has many labs. So how does this work? This uses, like I said, an LLM, and then the JSON file is connected to a database, and all of that can be stored within our servers, within on-premise. But this is flexible. It can as the AI engine, it can accept different ones. I built this with the intention that it could be reproduced within an information security conscious environment. I'm blown away by what can be done. I'm excited, and I'm just barely getting my feet wet here. There's so many ways to make our products that much better.